the Girl Gardener. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone's doing well. Now, I'm just showing you these gorgeous forget-me-nots whilst I'm talking to you. Now, today, this video is a little bit different. I actually want to show you a bunch of things that I've put together that are, say, currently not working for me right now. Now, I get messages through Instagram and, you know, people are genuinely upset because, you know, they've sown a bunch of seeds and their seedlings are either suddenly dying on them, or there's either no germination or there's a very low germination rate on what they've sown. And they're doing all the right things, or they feel like they're doing all of the right things, but they're just wondering why it's not working for them and why it's working for me, seemingly working for me. Now, usually when we're looking at social media, we see videos, blogs and pictures of all these wonderful things that people are growing, all these really gorgeous fruits and vegetables and flowers and things like that, and they look so perfect and, you know, pristine. And then we feel a bit down because we're not having the same kind of success. God, look at these sedums. These are beautiful, by the way. We're not having the same kind of success as them, and we feel as though we are failing. Now, let me tell you, it's really not like that. You're only seeing a portion of what bloggers, vloggers, gardening people are choosing to show you, okay? Because I am in a similar situation as a lot of people out there where I've planted seeds and, you know, it's just not working out. So that's what I want to show you today. Some of them are, I know why they haven't worked out. I know why seedlings have either died or, you know, looking a little bit weak, and some of them I'm not really too sure, and I will go through that with you and I'll explain it to you, and hopefully that will put your mind at ease in your own gardening journey. So the first thing I want to show you is these cuttings that I attempted to take from a gold crest conifer. Let me just quickly show you what the gold crest conifer looks like that I have. It's this lovely piece of topiary that I made. It's just a small gold crest conifer, and I took cuttings from the clippings in the hopes of growing some of my own. I did have a look at other videos of how it was done. I did all the right things, created what I could only think of as the right conditions. I used some potting, peat-free potting compost. I used rooting powder. I did all the right things. However, you can clearly see here, none of them seem to have taken root. Now, I'm just going to pull them out because I know that they haven't taken root. If I show you, there is nothing there. Nothing there on any of them. I took slightly different cuttings, a few hardwood, a few softwood, and I followed, you know, all the instructions. I did research online. I checked on Google. Has this got any roots? Nope, nothing. Google, I, you know, had a look at other videos on YouTube, did all the right things, but it's completely dead and it hasn't worked out. And with this one, I personally couldn't tell you why it hasn't worked out, because I don't know. As far as I'm aware, I did all the right things. So that's the first thing that hasn't worked out. Excuse me. And I did do a video on this, on taking the cuttings and showing you how I took the cuttings and doing the rooting powder, so you can refer back to that video, so you can, you know, consider this as like a little update video on how it went. It didn't work out. The next thing I want to show you is these. Now, these are French marigolds. Now, this is the second set of seeds that I've sown. This is the first set of seeds that I've sown. Now, okay, I'm showing you some really nice, really lovely, healthy plants, but I sowed a whole tray full of these marigolds. Now, this, what you see here, is less than, say, 50% germination. I did cover that on my Instagram story too. So once they got stronger, I just took the surviving ones, or the ones that did germinate, out of their tray, and I've just put them in this pot for now until they get a bit bigger and I can put them out in the garden. These ones here were a second tray that I've sown. The label is just there, French marigolds. Again, I actually sowed a lot more than what you're seeing here. The tray was kind of full of seeds, but this is all that's germinated. So these ones are having a low germination rate, and I don't know why. I've done everything right. I've followed, you know, all the instructions and everything like that. So, you know, we are having some success with it, but not, you know, not what I expected. Okay, and the next thing that I want to show you are these two. Now, these are pansies and these are violas, and as you can see, rubbish, absolutely rubbish. Now, how many seeds did I sow in here? I sowed 30 seeds in this tray, 30 viola seeds, and I've literally only got 3. The rest came up and died. Again, I don't know why. You know, I gave them adequate light and things like that. Don't know what went wrong. And the pansies, I mean, you can just see for yourself. Not worked out at all, and I was really looking forward to having a lot of flowers. So, you know, we don't always have success with these things. The next thing I want to show you is these tomatoes. Now, I have 7 of these, and these are organic tomatoes, the ones from Thompson and Morgan. They were doing very well. They were doing absolutely wonderful, and all of a sudden it just wilted and died in one day. I have no idea why. I mean, I was bringing them outside just to harden them off, but the rest are completely fine, and this one just suddenly withered and died. So again, that one, I don't know why. The next thing I want to show you quickly is cucumbers. I sowed 17 cucumber seeds, including cucamelons. There were 6 cucamelons and the rest were cucumbers, out of which 6 cucamelon seeds, I've only got 2 cucamelon plants, and they're not looking the healthiest, I'm going to be honest. They're looking a little bit weak, but I'm still going with them, and I will sow some more. There you can see them, and they were sown on the 27th of January. And then these 4 cucumber plants were doing absolutely wonderful. They were doing really well. They were doing, they were very, very healthy. And all of a sudden, look at them. And I reckon that this, I mean, what happened was last week we had some beautiful weather. I brought them outside to harden them off, but I was taking them back indoors so that they wouldn't freeze, because we've had some very cold nights. But then this week we've had rubbish weather. It's been really cold, and I still brought them outside. So I think that perhaps the cold has actually done this. So if you are having cucumbers, you are sowing cucumbers, it's not the best time to bring them outside, and that's my own mistake. You know, some of these, you know, I don't know why, it's just very low germination rates. The cuttings, I don't know why. These ones were definitely because of me. I brought them out, and I will sow some more cucumber seeds as well. This one here, this was a lemon seed that I planted from a shop bought lemon, and then I put this little bottle on top of it to work as a cloche, a little mini greenhouse. If I can take this off, hold on. Yeah, hold on, let me just pause you and take it off. There we go. Nothing there. I planted 2 seeds in there, and they didn't work out. When I dug them up, they were just rotten, and so I put 2 more seeds in just to see, is it going to work? And it didn't work. Nothing. And I know that there are people out there that have had success with shop bought lemon seeds, but it just hasn't worked out for me. Okay, the next thing that I'm showing you is something I'm really gutted about. These are my hot peppers Havana Gold that I ordered from Thompson and Morgan, and I was really looking forward to seeing these because the chili peppers that grow on here are a beautiful acid green colour, and realistically that's why I kind of bought them. I want to try lots of different chilies and peppers, and I just love the colour of it. And we had a good germination rate on the seeds, but again, all of a sudden they've all just started to flop and wilt over. Initially I thought maybe it's just the variety, that maybe the way it's growing. However, this one looks okay. You know, I've got, say, maybe 2 that are okay. This one seems okay. Sorry, here, this one. But the rest of them are they're just keeling over and dying. I don't know why. I don't know what I've done wrong. You know, I'm trying to keep the right kind of conditions, but they're all just dying. which is what I'm receiving messages on. You know, people messaging me saying that I'm growing things, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, I'm doing all the right things as far as I'm aware, but I get to a certain point and my seedlings die. So what I'm trying to show you is, look, it's actually happening to me too. You're not alone. And I think this is the last thing that I want to show you. I think there's one more thing, two more things after this. These are black cherry tomatoes. Now these seeds were sown on the 28th of January and they were doing great. These seeds were from a company called Seed Parade. I got a lot of seeds in the pack. They were doing absolutely wonderful, and then I put them, last week I put them outside to start to harden them off. And I put them in the sun, and I think the sun started to singe some of the leaves because they are still young right now. And as soon as I noticed it, I moved them out of the direct sun and into a shaded area. However, it's continued, and you can see that half, now all of this half is dead, and this half of my pot is largely okay. So what I'm going to do is I will take these out and I will pop them on into their own individual pots and see if I can save them. If not, I will have to re-sow the seeds. But yeah, this is the reason. I think it was the sun that started to burn the young leaves. I will pot these on as well and see if I can try to save them. I'm going to try anyway. I don't know if it's going to work, but there's no harm in trying. This tray here, I know it's completely dry, but once the plants died and I knew that they were dead, I didn't bother giving it any more water. These are Lobelia that I planted, and I think the variety is Crystal Palace. Now, this is what they look like, the successful ones anyway so far. This is Crystal Palace. And these seeds were from a company called Premier Seeds Direct. Now this one's doing well, but this tray, the seeds weren't germinating. Now I can't understand why. I don't know what I've done with this one either. They did germinate slightly, and then they all died, and I don't know why, but they all died. This tray was full of seeds. I didn't oversow, but it was full of seeds. What I'm going to do is, with the soil, I'm just going to tip it back into the compost bag and mix it in. I use peat-free compost. Whereas if you compare it to this one, this variety is Lobelia White Lady. It's a white Lobelia flowers. They are germinating. I'm just going to try and show you a close-up. You can see some here. So they are germinating and they are growing, and that's where this tray got up to. This tray got up to this point, and then they all died. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one here. It just didn't work out, and I was very disappointed. I do like Lobelia. So that's that. And the last thing I want to show you now is some cuttings that I took of a climbing rose that we have in the garden. It needed pruning anyway, and I thought, well, you know, why not try? So I'm going to take off this Lucozade bottle that I put here to act as a greenhouse. If I can take this off one-handed, I may need to pop you on pause again. Now I know that this hasn't taken root. I know it hasn't. What happened was I did remove all the foliage from it. This is all brand new foliage that grew whilst it was in this pot. And then all of a sudden it just started to turn, if I can see, started to turn brown, looking very weak leaves and dying. And I'm going to take them out, and you'll see, even though I used some rooting powder, I gave it the right conditions, there is no root systems on here at all. No root structure. Is it going to focus? Okay, you can see these are the thorns. Maybe I should have removed the thorns, I don't know. You can still see the rooting powder, some rooting powder on it. No roots, nothing. So it didn't work out. Again, no roots. That didn't work out. And the same with this one. Look at that. So complete failure on that one. So just to conclude the video, when you do go through this kind of stage of things not working out, I've just watered these now, please, try not to feel disheartened. I know it's easy to just feel down and feel like you want to give up. Don't give up. Just sow some more seeds. Just try to tweak the environment that you're giving them just to help give them a better success rate. Sometimes it can just be the seeds as well. Sometimes you get a bad batch of seeds. So just research the companies that you're buying from. Also, I have noticed that my low germination rate seeds have actually been from one particular company. But yeah, just try to stay positive. Just keep going. Don't give up. You can do it. Just have more patience. Don't feel down. Again, don't feel disheartened. Just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. It's a random CD over there, courtesy of my children. You will get there. You will get there, and it does happen to even the most experienced of gardeners. I'm not saying I am a very experienced gardener. I'm still learning. It does happen to a lot of experienced gardeners. They do mention it, but they probably just don't show everything that's not working out. But keep trying. If you did like this video, Lego piece. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Do consider subscribing to my channel. I'm currently editing a video as well right now that I'll have ready for you soon. But until next time, keep planting, keep sowing, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.